Hello, everyone. We're here. We did it. We made it. We're only 3 minutes behind.
Ooh,
We
can
were
you hear us?
having. Yeah, good question. Can you hear everybody? Can you hear the Discord?
Testing. Test. Do you see it
Hold
in
on.
Streamlabs? We should have done.
I
We should
see it
have
in
done this.
Streamlabs now. You're good.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we're
I
good.
trust you.
We're here. Everything's fine. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We were having a spirited not what's a debate but where everybody agrees. What do we call that? I don't know.
Commiseration.
Yeah, commiseration. I like that. No, I like a commiseration. Like it was like a debate, but we were all just saying the same things and saying this sucks. But we were talking about AI and how shitty it is. And I said that AI is the closest thing humans have ever built to a real god. And I will not be elaborating on that. If you want more of that, you'll have to check into the Patreon. I'll do a whole episode if you vote for it. But that brings up the point. We have a Patreon. We also have a bunch of sponers, so you should go check them out. We got sponsors. We got people. We got sea galleys. We got whatever.
Sea galley.
Go check out our stuff there. Like those other sponsors. Also, go check out Infinite Citadel. I'm gonna plug this every time because I can. It's me and Matt, and I can do it. I'm in charge.
You can't stop yourself.
Billy can't stop me. What's he gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, we're here. Oh my god. Yeah. We'll make that a Patreon thing too. Billy can, we'll do fucking Tails Punch Out. It'll be great. Sponsors, we got Patreon, Discord. We got a Discord. Go check that out. Come hang out with us. Have a good time. If you're really nice to me there, maybe I'll explain why I think AI is the one true god that humans have ever built. People are gonna think that I'm a shill for like AI or that like I'm like an AI, but I mean this in like the chthonic, like horrifying Cthulhu-esque entity of a god, the deep gods, not the bullshit. The other gods, the good ones, the nice ones. Nobody likes them.
And if you don't want an existential crisis brought to you by memes, you could talk with me and Luna about how our wallets are about to get completely bent over the rail when the Fabula Ultima Kickstarter comes in September.
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing. Also, go check out that. Yeah, not a sponsor, but we love them. There's a Kickstarter for hardcover copies of Fabula Ultima that looks
Don't make me nerd out about it.
gorgeous.
Don't make me nerd. This okay.
It's in Discord.
Like other versions?
Same books.
These rules are incredible. It comes with a dust cover jacket as its default printing, which is just a sin upon existence. They are coming out with hardcover editions for all 4 of the main books, the core rule book and the 3 atlases. And there's a new bestiary, so a whole book of just monsters to fight, including one that looks like an entire including one that looks like an entire city made of guns. Like it's just a mobile mecha Gundam thing. And as if that wasn't enough, with all of like the gorgeous this art, they are making them in special edition covers that have like the cool like Fabula gem, and it's going to be like UV printed with like really like shiny that thing, but it's the whole cover, and they go into slip jackets that are the original cover art, so you don't miss out on the cover art. And if you truly want to join me and Luna in the bankruptcy lane, they are coming out with a collector's box that has, I forget his name, and an incredible artist is doing the art for it. I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, that's me nerding out.
He's loud. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get these books in Australia? They are sold out everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So Australia is just full of a bunch of weebs then?
Yeah.
Duh. Have you met myself and Haley?
If you are familiar, it is Sensei Yoshitaka Amano is the artist who is making the art for an exclusive version of the core rulebook that's a variant cover, or if you get the collector's set, it's going to be on the collector's box that all 5 of the books come in.
Ooh.
And I cannot wait to fork over that cash.
All of that to say, not a sponsor, but if you're listening, Fabula Ultima needs games. If you're hearing us, please sponsor us. We love your game, and we will.
We love you.
We will shill for you without you giving us anything fun, but you could give us something fun in addition. And
I've actually reached out to them, like to their customer service team, because I was struggling to find this book, and they helped me. Their customer service is top notch as well, BT Dubs. So
I will.
I got the book because of them.
They're cool people.
I'll also plug a thing that doesn't exist and may never exist, but Matt and I, well, me mostly, have been noodling on writing our own atlas for Fabula Ultima and potentially doing the French atlas that is just clair obscure, but in this game. And I will be calling it the French atlas. That will just, it is just French.
How much
yeah.
more stuff do you want to put on your plates?
All of it, forever.
You don't understand. This is
No, I don't.
Give me more plates to spin.
24/7. It's
Plates to
24/7.
spin forever. It's great. It's wonderful. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. We're here for Tales of Caerwyn. Last time, we went to a party. The characters went, and I guess it was really the second half of the party. You went to a party, you had a good time, you did a little bit of three-way dancing, you did a little bit of being uncertain about the sexy cat lady, you did a little bit of eating too much spicy food and having to run to the bathroom, and we'll leave that open. Whoever did those things, we don't know. Who can say? But yeah, then you heard a mysterious ticking noise, followed by a loud explosion. You found the source of the mysterious ticking noise. It was a pipe bomb. And
Nikki time!
Dumbledore! Anyway, this is such a reference that is only going to be like maybe 30% of the people who watch this show. But anyway, we're here. We did it. Then you came face to face with the long alluded to villain, the Man in White. You do not know his real name. The leader, maybe, of the Steel Kings. A higher up in the Steel Kings. Who can say? Probably pretty high up. Did a little bit of party crashing. Literally coming in, killing one guest, threatening more. Yeah. And ultimately ending in a fight in which they stole a mask from Luthor Heavymaker, the rock folk head of the Alley Sharks, who was throwing the party and was inviting you all there as backup of some sort. Backup to his actual bodyguards. And we left off with Saoirse getting downed, ending up surrendering because it was the thing that only happened. And to sort of resolve that quickly, we talked about this after the game, but like to resolve that quickly in terms of like what happens there. Basically, there's a lot of different things that can happen when someone surrenders. This game does have death, but it's like a very specific thing. You can only do it in very specific scenarios. Usually when you hit 0 hit points, you surrender, you're out of the scene, and something bad happens. There's a bunch of different possible sample consequences. When Matt's character went down, they gained a new bond towards, I forget who was that towards.
We don't know.
Oh, that's right. The questions. Yes. The question marks. Yes.
You monster.
Yes. Yes. I forgot that that's what we did. You'll find out. Don't worry.
Who did it go to?
And this time, because the Man in White, I have to be really careful with names. I have a bad habit of just dropping names too early.
Yosi, Yosi, the Man in White.
Yeah,
don't do it.
The Man in White, when you surrendered to him, basically one of the things that can happen as a consequence of surrendering is called despair. And the text of that just says, the enemy gets to make a decisive move, or the heroes lose faith and approval of an important person or group. So the decisive move that was made is that the villain got to take the thing he was after and bamf on out of there with his Ultima points. And you were all left with a little surprise. We're actually rolling this from one conflict scene into another conflict scene so that Saoirse can be back up and isn't just like sitting around for a whole conflict scene. We've done the fun cutscene between your JRPG fight where something happens, and now all of your party members are back up because something else happened, and you are, I will say, I can't remember. Let's see. So Taylor, I believe you got to your, I think you already wrote down your 2 extra Fabula points, but your you also start back at HP equal to your crisis score, which is half of your hit points. So you'll be back up to like half health, basically, regaining consciousness in the next scene. And so with that, we are jumping right on in to another conflict scene against this Heart of Iron, the sort of transfigured, transformed henchman turned metal monstrosity that the man in white left behind to deal with you.
Oh boy.
And just like every conflict scene, we'll say everybody's taking part, I'm assuming, unless somebody wants to sit out for some reason. Everybody else is an extra, but it is you guys and the Heart of Iron. It's a pretty straightforward standard conflict scene. The Heart of Iron is going to try to just kill
Push
you
to the
guys.
dirt.
Like that's that's the goal. If you guys have extra goals, you can explain them now. But if you're also just saying we're going to beat the shit out of this thing, that makes sense as a goal to me.
I think that's Ruin's goal. Ruin is, well, I guess Ruin is in the hallway with Saoirse. Just watched because the last thing that happened was he Ultima pointed out with the mask, and Ruin was able to like grab a little shard of his metal that like melded in with the advisor. And so I think Ruin is there, like watching Saoirse get up, probably helping her up a little bit, and then we have the Heart of Iron right there.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Teddy's just gonna take a breather. Just doesn't even know.
Well, all right. If that is the goal,
Where's Fiona?
Fiona was still on the main ground because she was attacking the Tuxedo Man.
With Teddy?
Yeah, because he vanished out of thin air and went to, well, we don't know that he went to Saoirse, but he just vanished. So we were left on the dance floor.
Yes, beautiful, perfect. Now I exactly know where my brain is. Thank you.
No problem.
So, yep.
So, Ruin and I are in the hallway, and we have an iron golem type thing between us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Though again, like because of the way combat works in this, it's much more Clair Obscure style. Like shit's happening, but we're abstracting this into you're all standing in a line. The enemies are all standing in a line.
Get there.
You can,
Teddy and Fiona could get there if they needed to. Yeah.
I'm gonna start singing in French in the middle of one of these, and I'm gonna give you a bunch of spoilers to the game in French, in the music in the background.
I feel like me and Taylor both started singing a Pokemon song, but it was different versions of the Pokemon battle song, and so it was clashing.
Which is the Clair Obscure.
Dare you? It was Final Fantasy.
Oh, my bad.
The Clair Obscure like main theme is just the Route 1 theme song from Pokemon.
It is.
It is. I have heard that.
Yeah, it's fun. But yeah, you all are in the combat. You don't have any problem. Like you can get to where you're gonna go. But we will roll an initiative check.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
So this will be a group check. So whoever you're designating as the leader will be the person who rolls the final check. Everyone else is making a Dex plus Insight roll.
Plus Insight.
Who is the leader here? You're muted, Haley.
Am I still, whatever, lowered my dexterity to a d6?
Slowed.
Yes, you
He
are.
hasn't been hit
Status
by the
effects.
guy, so yeah.
Yeah, status effects only happen when, or only go away when resting. So
Cool.
you're into another.
Easy.
scene.
I just want to double check. And sorry,
Or
it was
if
Dex
something lets
what?
you. Dex Insight.
Dex plus Insight for.
Do you want to
your
say?
initiative roll.
I mean, I hate to do it because I have such a bad modifier, but do you want to say Ruin is leading since he's right there and just wants to punch this thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wait, shit. What was? Hold on.
Oh, fuck.
Dex and
plus
Insight. Yes.
I got
Dex
a
plus Insight.
fumble.
Oh,
No.
2 1s.
Wait, that's.
I don't
Is that
actually
what
know.
that is?
Yeah, that is a fumble. I don't know what happens when you fumble on a group check.
Oh,
I
does it
Does it
think
give the other person an
no
opportunity?
no opportunities, but they do count as automatic failures and successes. So
Okay.
Well,
Um,
fuck me, I guess.
which
Does she get the Fabula point?
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Because the
That's a
fumble.
good question. Yeah,
It counts as an
I
auto
So
failure.
Because-
That's an ultimate point.
But it's initiative, so would it?
And I start with one every episode, right?
If you're at
If you have zero.
at the start, it
I
goes
was
up to
at
1.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
at 0, and now I'm
Um,
back. So now I'm at 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Yes.
if the fumble counts.
yeah, I mean, I don't know why
You
it
get 2 on a
wouldn't.
fumble?
No,
no,
you just
sorry,
get
sorry,
one. You get one on a
No,
fumble.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It doesn't.
Math
It says it
didn't-
doesn't
math didn't
generate
math.
an opportunity, but it is still a fumble.
Still fumble.
Mm.
We fumbled, so I think
Yeah.
the generate an opportunity is also for the benefit of like
Yeah,
enemies. If
it
they
doesn't do
roll
it
a
either
fumble.
direction. Yep.
It
You
literally-
can't.
it does just say +1 Fabula point when you fumble a check.
Yep.
That's just
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
So then initiative is still a check then, right?
It's always a check.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a
Yeah,
group
so
check.
Then so then it would be.
So that's
it'd
one
be a
fail,
failure.
so not that.
Ooh.
Not.
But you do add your
Okay, I-
initiative modifier if you
Ah.
have one.
Fuck me.
0.
Oh god.
It's not bad. People have got minuses.
I was about to say that is actually splendid compared to mine.
Yeah.
I have a negative, which brings my initiative to 3.
Oh, you still beat me. Good. Good job.
I rolled a 3 and a 1.
No, we're just looking
I
for.
mean, it kind of makes
success or
sense. Like
fail.
I'm half.
Yeah,
knocked
we
out,
just need to
like,
know if you succeed or fail. That's all that matters here.
No,
That's
I
a
know. I was
fail.
just congratulating Taylor.
Oh, for yeah.
So of the group checks, nobody passed. What did Fiona roll? What'd you roll, Mel?
I got a 13.
Okay, that passes. You just need to
That's
beat a
fine.
10.
Yay!
So that's an extra +1 for Matt when rolling
Yay.
initiative.
I'm just sad because I tried using it with my trampoline for dice, and neither one really rolled well. This is not sponsored, by the way, folks, but if you want a nice little trampoline for your dice, it's from a company called Band of Idiots.
If
And
you want to
yes.
roll in what I think might be the most insane way I've ever seen someone roll a die, which is saying something because I've seen some insane, wild fucking rolling techniques.
That is fun.
Bouncing it on on the trampoline is incredible and crazy, and I love it.
Fiona, what is your strongest bond? Do you have a bond with me, and what is its
Yes,
strength?
it is.
Probably 1.
It
I
is a
think.
1. Yes.
Okay. So I get a +2 from you, and nothing from anybody else.
I mean,
and
I have a
then-
bond with you, but I failed.
But you failed. I
Yeah.
double checked to see it has to be successful
Yeah.
supporters. You get to
Yeah.
add the biggest bond amongst all of the successful supporting roles.
Mm.
But there was only one, so that's +2 to balance out a little bit of my -3. So -1 to this dexterity initiative roll.
Holy moly.
I got heavy armor, man. What do you want from me?
That's fair.
Holy shit! I rolled really well.
Yay!
That's a 12 with the -1.
Hell yeah. Well, you only
Nice.
needed a 7, so you're good.
Huzzah!
Get there.
Alrighty, radical. So you all are going first, which just means you get to be the first participant in the round. And there's only one enemy. You're fighting one Heart of Iron currently. So currently, what would you like to do?
Anyone?
Oh yeah, because one of them is dead, or did they meld into?
He just turned one person.
Yeah, he took one henchman and turned it into the Heart of Iron, and
Where's the other
gone.
henchman?
They're,
I
like,
think we just said
knocked
that
out
they're
or
knocked out,
running.
dead, ran away. In
Yeah.
the lore
Oh,
of
okay.
like the Fabula Ultima style of like, who really knows what happens to bodies when you kill them in a JRPG? Yeah.
Yeah.
They just sort of like blip in and out, like they fade.
There's just thousands of corpses at the bottom of that one like skulkway in the opening of Final
Yeah.
Fantasy VII.
It's the duelist fight from.
That train track. Whew.
The train track is.
How does that train
littered
get
with bodies.
anywhere with all those bodies?
Does anyone have a reason I shouldn't go first? Just to get this thing focused
yes.
on somebody? Oh,
Yeah.
there's you.
Cool.
What you got?
Or I'm not going to have any other ruin. If I may be so bold as to interject before you attack,
Mm-hmm.
you hear ticking, and it gets faster and faster as I accelerate you.
Oh hell yeah!
How far away am I from them? Is it gonna take a whole thing to get there, or is it just I
No,
can be
you're
there?
close enough that you're not in like a separate combat of any kind, and
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Nice. It goes in turns, doesn't it? So it goes us.
So now it's their turn. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
So
Oh, I forgot that.
Yeah,
It's
I was
okay.
like, let me defend. I'll do it next or after.
It's all good.
So it is going
If he hits me,
to
this might actually be super good.
yes, it is going to attack you, Matt.
Yes.
You're right there.
Yeah.
Where is my other die? Missing a D10. There it is. So it's going to strike with an iron talon at you. That is a 12 to hit.
Close. It has hit. Yes.
Okay. And that is going to be 26 points of damage. It's just physical damage. Thing hits hard.
My bad. My
I'm
bad.
Yikes.
I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm
Hold on.
coming, Ruin.
Math.
Don't worry. Just trotting up the stairs very slowly.
I will get to do my painful lesson.
Stupid heels, stupid type,
Do a
stupid tight
free
dress.
do a free study on this guy for.
I've
hitting-
broken a few trays over my knee. We're looking for a good one. Oh,
I crit on the study.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
I mean, that's
good job.
I don't know.
That's
I
an
don't-
18 total to learn about this thing,
Which is
and
over
and
everything.
An opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, you get an
I will give the
opportunity.
opportunities. You let me know what
Cool.
what all the dealios are.
So yes. Study in. Let me go look up and double check what things there's. I really need a better. I need like
It's
a.
the
I need to.
first- It's the first page of the bestiary. is
Yeah,
how
I
always
just need to
remember
make
it.
myself a like
319.
GM sheet of this stuff more like print it out.
So, NBC's rank, species, maximum
Yeah.
HP, maximum MP, traits, attributes, defense, magic defense, affinities, basic attacks, and spells.
All right. Pretty straightforward. Let me know when you're ready for the information.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So rank, this is an elite. Which is like, so there's soldiers elite champions. This is an elite, which counts for 2 of a normal soldier rank creature. So this maximum HP is 160.
Whew. Chonky
Pretty
boy.
chonkers. MP, maximum MP is 40. Traits, I don't think there's actually really any. I think everything's technically supposed to have traits, but I didn't actually write any. So we'll say predictable as a trait. I need to also just go through and like make a list of traits. Predictable attributes. It is a D8, a D8, a D10, and a D6. So D8
Nice.
dex.
Not very willpower, but
Nope. Strong.
lots of,
Just strong mostly,
Yeah.
and middling
Yeah.
on middle level on dex and insight.
Yeah.
Defense, it has a defense of 11. Magical defense is a +0, so just an 8.
Yeah.
Affinities, man, they change the names on these.
The
Affinities
damage.
are damage. Yeah.
immunities resistances.
Yes. Immune to poison. Resistant to earth, fire, and ice. And as a vulnerability to wind and bolt.
Ooh, okay. All right, good. Dark damage is clean. I can play.
And then it has an attack, Iron Strike, which I guess that's what it just hit you with. I mean, stats wise, it's might for the
Mhm.
attack, +1, high roll plus 19 for damage, and then it's physical damage. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, you also get slowed on this. I misread. You're slow. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
And then no spells. I don't know if do you get like extra like special rules or anything? I don't think you do.
I don't think you do.
It doesn't say special rules.
Now it does say that as long as you don't fail a study, you can study it again, or you can study for a different thing.
Yeah.
So like maybe a future study, I could be like, what are some special rules? Like, what are some of that?
Yeah.
But it doesn't specifically say that for like the normal study bestiary like list off of stuff you get.
I'm gonna Google it too real quick. But yes. So.
And we don't have any clocks right now except for our Wyvern reputation clock, but that's
correct. Yeah. No running clocks. Yeah, I don't see anything just off of a quick Google about special rules.
Gotcha.
So we'll say it's another study.
Does this guy count as a Steel King? Would he count?
Oh yeah,
towards
yeah,
that bond?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, that counts as a bond here. He is himself like just a mindless monster now, but created by the Steel Kings in some way.
Yeah.
So
cool. Okay, I can't. Ooh, actually. No, because I can't lower his defense by giving him a condition. So
Would you like
many
me
options to choose
to
from.
guard you before you go?
I was thinking of doing. I was just doing my opportunity real quick.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. Sorry. I thought we were.
No, that's okay. I think what I will do is I'll actually inflict. I'll do an affliction. I think that's probably the best thing I can do. The other thing was just to give myself a +4 bonus on my attack, but that seems boring compared to. I think as this strike hits, Ruin is just like grabbing and like twisting the arm, so there's a little bit of a wrench in the metal. So I'm going to inflict weak to lower its might dice by 1.
cool. Yeah. Radical. So it is at a D8 for might, which doesn't have an effect on like defense or anything. We did determine that lowering dice from slow or something like that does in fact impact your max defense. So like your insight die. This is one of this, which makes sense now that I think about it, because like the benefit of armor is that you have a static defense no matter what your die is, versus like other things.
And that's why I did not go with slow, is because you said his defense is 11, so it's not based on a die; it's just a flat armor. So instead, I went with weak to weaken his attack, so maybe he doesn't hit us as much. Because that attack hurt. I can go or I can not go. If I go, I can actually I can heal myself one of 2 ways. You said he has 160 hit points.
Yeah.
Should probably heal myself the item way.
I have something I could do to make a big whammy.
Ooh. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. Because hopefully it might actually do some damage to him.
Do it. Get him.
So
Are you getting into? I mean, he can attack from anywhere, right? There's no such thing as getting into melee with things. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
So I'm gonna do the cataclysm. So that's going to be 10 extra MP from me. And I'm going to do the brand new spell that I took. I'm gonna do Thunderbolt.
Yes.
So I'll add 5 damage to whatever the total is for all this. So let's see how we do.
And he's vulnerable to bolt. This is gonna be good.
That's a 12.
If she hits.
That'll hit.
12
Its
hits?
armor
Yeah.
was 11,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Its defense is
Its
11.
magical
magic defense is
defense
lower.
is 8.
Yeah.
Oh, so hit him with magic. Cool.
Yeah. His
Okay.
magic defense is lower, and if you wanted to inflict a status condition, hit his insight dice. That'll put it even lower.
Yeah. So that is a that's a 7 for the high. So that's 32 plus 5. That's 37 points of damage for just the normal hit, and then he's vulnerable. So
Almost
Second
half
before
of his health in one hit.
Yeah.
So 74. Yeah. So he is, yeah.
I was like, I forgot he was vulnerable to that. I was like, 37 is not half of 160. Never mind.
What does Thunderbolt look like? We haven't seen the spell from Fiona.
Yeah,
What's it look like?
yeah.
So I think
Is it like Luna? Here.
No, I think what happens is she'll raise her finger and she'll like eyeball it a little bit and just point right to the iron heart, and you'll see like the air start to like grow staticky and like all of these arches start to crawl along her arm. And I hate to make this comparison, but Dragon Ball Z, where like they do any of the energy strikes and you see like the air kind of like pulse back before the energy just shoots out. And I think it's that same image of just like the air does like that cannon effect. So you just see this arc of lightning and bolt just cross through the entire hallway and just hit like smack dab in the middle of his back.
Nice.
Hell
Right.
yes.
Lost a lot of MP, so let me fix that real quick before I forget.
Big spell. I just realized too, Thunderbolt ignores resistances. So like
Yes.
if it were resistant to Bolt, it wouldn't matter.
Yep.
That's really
As
cool.
you do that, as that bolt
fuck.
hits, no, it's this is a good thing. You see, it blasts a massive hole through the creature. That
Oh.
for just a second you see a like bit of the inside. No longer seems to be a man inside, but some sort of core. And as the metal sort of reforms around it, that's you see that. That's what you see. But it's the creature's turn, so it's going to. I think from that, it's going after Fiona at this point. I mean, that was
Hey,
fucking
woohoo!
half damage.
But that was brutal.
You reduced it.
Woohoo!
So it's a D8.
Did it crit?
Yeah. It
Of
crit.
course you did, you motherfucker.
Okay, well, I have not learned how crits work for enemies.
I think they're the same. I think they just
I
generate
think they
an
just get an opportunity. Yeah. So okay, so we'll resolve 27 points of damage first,
Okay.
physical damage. And you are now slowed, which if you're not already slowed, decreases your dexterity die. Yes.
Sucks
And
to suck, it's
then-
my worst one.
If it's already a D6, it doesn't go any lower.
I'm in crisis right now too, so
Yeah. Gruin is definitely
Big
in
hit.
crisis. Yeah.
Man, how do okay, yeah. So
it would be the same opportunities as what we would
yeah,
get,
I'm just
right?
trying to figure out like what's
You could inflict another affliction. Or
Yeah.
like give her a status debuff.
and I think that's gonna be because it's the only one that really makes sense. So we're also gonna hit you with Shaken,
Okay.
which is
My willpower die.
yes.
Okay.
Brutal.
That's its turn. And we have
Fuck you! This is twice in one dance!
So me or Teddy?
yes.
Do you wanna go first or me?
You can go.
Okay. I mean, mine's a simple turn. I feel like trying to attack it, it's not anywhere near where I could kill it. So that feels stupid. I'm just going to Ruin like digs through his pocket and like quickly like takes out a ginger snap that's just like, oh, just need a little refresher before I kick your ass. Hold on a second. I'm gonna have actually two. I'm gonna spend 3 inventory points to I'm gonna flavoring the ginger snaps as I think elixir or tonic, whichever one it is that does hit points, and I will heal 50 hit points, and I am up to my max.
Hell yeah.
That's my turn.
Cool. Just out of quick question, none of you have anything that
Remedy.
gives you resistance 2 attacks, right? Like 2 damage types right now.
I do.
You have fire and ice. Okay.
I have.
Well, I have
two
something
fires,
that I
one
can
ice.
do. I still have my turn to go.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I have a thing that I could do that gives me resistance to dark.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Nope.
Just was curious. You have elemental
right.
shroud.
I do, yes.
Which does. Yeah. I was just trying to figure out. I wasn't 100% sure if you guys had resistances or the ability to do them yet. Like if you had taken anything. But
Rowan,
yeah,
you have
that was all.
another turn.
I do have 2 actions.
Yeah, I
Shit.
have acceleration.
Yes,
I have acceleration.
Fuck. Yes,
So
I'll
you
just
can heal and do something else.
then I will do a cool thing on top of that thing that I just did.
Hell yeah.
So now that I know, all right, back in the game. I will do
Hang on,
my.
Has Rowan not had his turn yet? Like he should be
I
doing.
know.
He should be.
I should be
popping
doing
off.
way more. Yes, that was very good catch. So I will undo some of my healing by doing a shadow strike. So how much damage do I take? I take 7 points of damage. Bip bop boom. And that is going to be a might to see if I hit. Oh no. Not.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Not a great roll. Let's see here. What is his? 11 is his defense. Yeah. That's not going to do it. My bond with Steel Kings right now. Just 1. So I wouldn't be able to hit from that. Fudge.
Do you have Fabula points?
I have Fabula points. So like I was just seeing how I can spend because it's for man. I always spend them on attacks. And I always feel like I'm doing a bad job justifying them. So I'm just not going to spend.
Use
I'm
them how
gonna
you
miss.
need.
I'm gonna miss.
Okay, well,
So
you've
can't-
got another turn of acceleration. It lasts 2 rounds.
Yes, yeah, I've got two of that. Yep. Sorry. So
Mid.
sees a little bit of shadow leak off of him as he's swinging that axe, and it's just like bumping into, like hitting the thing, but it's not scratching through the armor hard enough. That's my turn.
Okay.
Teddy? Or does it have a third action?
Nope. That has only 2 per turn. So it's Teddy.
Okay.
I will. Who's looking the most hurt?
Blech!
Saoirse
Yeah, bleh.
or Fiona?
Yeah,
Both
I
of
think Saoirse probably has more.
I'm sitting at exactly my crisis number. I'm
What
not
is
below
that?
my crisis. 18.
Okay.
She needs it more than I do.
Okay, then I will just grab the drink tray that I've makeshift. I've put 2 together. I'm like, this is good enough, and I will bodyguard Saoirse so they can just attack until my next turn. So I will go last next as well. So there's a bit more protection on there.
Okay. So guard action, choose
I
to
have-
provide cover for another
Yeah, I
creature.
have resistance. They have resistance. Then
Cool.
and
Yeah,
they
so
can't make melee attacks against Saoirse, but they can do other attacks, but not melee.
is that
Okay.
okay? Creature gains resistance all damage types until and is that just the guard action? Is the
So that's the guard
Melee
action,
attacks.
and then I have bodyguard, which
Yeah.
then does
okay, cool.
all damage types.
Actions are in here somewhere. I know they are. Where'd they go?
66,
Conflict
I
scenes.
think.
There we go. Yeah, just
Actions 66.
the collapsible
And guard is on
PDF messes with
70.
me. Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
You gain resistance to everything. They gain resistance, and you choose to cover. If you do, they can't be hit by me. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Just double checking everything. Rad. Okay. Then back to the top of the turn. It's one of you who wants to go.
It's an action to do inventory points.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Equipment action.
Equipment. Okay, that's.
Or sorry, it's
I can do this-
inventory action. Sorry, inventory.
It's the
Equipment is like
inventory-
taking on or putting
Yeah.
on something.
And you do get to spend the inventory points and use the thing you made all at once.
At
Just
the-
like how
yeah.
I made the remedy and used it in the same turn.
Yeah. All right, I will reach into my. I'm not wearing my normal stuff.
Nope.
I will reach into my bosom and pull out an elixir. Search is relatively flat-chested. I can't relate.
Just packed with fucking like potions.
Yeah.
And the volume just
Fucking quadruple D's.
Exactly.
But it's all
Yes.
just
I take a
potions
potion
and
out and I go down a D cup. Or like I have a sippy straw, and every time I drink from it, one boob goes down. So like once.
No, you just reached into Teddy's bosom. Is what happened.
That's what I do. Yeah,
It's
like I
Teddy's
reach into
starting-
Teddy's bosom.
Standing in
me, I
front,
hope
you
you
just
don't
see
mind.
Saoirse reach over, like, hold on.
And-
just
Thank
this.
you.
Excuse me. I hope you don't
Yeah,
mind.
I put enough potions in there for the lot of us. That's the one thing I did before I left.
Now, it's normal for
Amazing.
one boob to be one size and for the other to not be the same size, just so everyone at
That
home
is
knows.
very normal.
Yes.
Of course, absolutely.
And I will gain 50 mind points.
Hey.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, actually. No, I'm going to do a soul steal. I'll still touch bosom, because boobs. I am no better than a man.
and arguably worse in
but-
many ways.
Yes. Look, I can appreciate a good thing. So I'm going to use my action to perform a Dex willpower. I'm going to do this again. Yes, 2d10. Crit!
Yay!
I got two
Good
eights!
job. Good
got 2 eights!
job.
Woohoo!
We get.
MMM. Well, that gives me a total of 18. No,
Mhm.
sorry, 16. Which I think.
Does it
Wait.
show crit option on the bottom of the thing?
Hold up. You may use an action to perform a Dex willpower check against a creature you can see. If I succeed.
Yeah, you get a soul treasure. Right, you're
Is
using
it
soul
a
steal.
soldier, elite, or soul steal? Yeah. Is it a soldier, elite, or champion?
It's an elite, so you get a soul
Ooh,
treasure.
nice.
Ooh. You could go for the harder, whatever the thing is in the center of it.
The GM gives me an item worth an amount of pence equal to or lower than the target's level, multiplying by 30 or 50 if they're a villain. The treasure will appear in my backpack. A creature can only successfully be stolen from once. I gain a bonus equal to skill level. I'll bet, so it would have been an 18.
You add your
So I
skill
have 2
level to the
points
check.
in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So
muted,
18.
Matt.
So I get.
You're muted, Matt. I don't know what you said.
Sorry. I was saying rules. It's the same.
Yeah.
You crit, so you auto
yeah, yeah.
succeed. Doesn't matter what
Yes.
the number was, but then you also get your opportunity on top
Yep.
of that.
So now you get to take an opportunity, which are
What's
in.
that?
They're in the conflict. Or
Page
sorry, they're in the
41.
checks.
Page
Yes,
41?
Page 41.
Ooh, I was one page off.
It's a bunch of stuff.
Opportunities. Advantage. Affliction. Bonds. Faux pas. Choose a creature in the scene.
We don't have any clocks, and we already know all of its vulnerabilities and traits and stuff. So the most
Yeah.
relevant ones are probably advantage, so you could buff somebody on their next thing, or affliction,
Yeah.
you could debuff it to try and make it a little bit easier to hit. The only thing I think to
Dazed.
do there would be daze
don't-
for insight. Yes. Because it's already weak. And slow doesn't make
And they
it easier
don't
to hit.
stack.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's daze it.
Okay. Which
Nice.
is insight. Yes. Okay. Cool.
See page 94.
Move into a D6, which means that its magic defense is now only 6.
Yep. Super easy for Fiona to punish this thing.
Yep. All right. That's me.
Alrighty. This thing's turn. It's gonna spread the love around. It's going after Teddy with an attack.
No. Why?
It's
'Cause I
okay, I have
provoked
the
it.
shield, darling.
7.
Yeah,
I don't think it hits anyway. I rolled pretty low. 7 does not hit. Cool.
Misses,
Yep.
hits the shield.
Yeah, it bashes against you and nothing happens. All right, one of your turn.
Just like way too much physics jiggling happening right now.
High School of the Dead.
Oh my god. Don't invoke High School of the Dead.
Look, apart from the fan service,
Tingle,
it actually
tingle.
wasn't a bad anime.
It's not a bad anime, but it is a fan service anime.
It is a
It's
fan
just
service.
so much fan service. If it wasn't
But at
for
least
that,
it knew.
it'd be
Yes, it knew.
yeah.
It-
Does anyone care if I go?
No.
I'm trying to
Destroy it.
redeem myself. I'll try to
Twice.
redeem it. Yeah. I get to go. Yes, exactly. So I'll Shadow Strike. I'll only take 1 damage. So
Woohoo!
but that means I do
You want
less
more
damage.
damage,
I
yeah.
want more damage. I want to hit myself. And then I will roll to attack. Oh, much better. Much better. That's a 16 to hit it.
That hits, yeah. Roll
That
some
is gonna
damage.
be-
Oh, and Taylor, real quick, put down Shard of an Iron Heart is your soul treasure.
Nice. So that's going to be 25 points of dark damage.
Alrighty.
And I am actually going to, because it's a Steel King and I have a bond with Steel Kings, I'm going to heal 4 hit points. So I
Yeah.
gained health
Nice.
on that attack.
So
I also
as
get the mind point. But
as you hit this thing, you carve away another big chunk of metal. Again, seeing the exposed heart of the Heart of Iron. And it is now in crisis. And so as it enters crisis, it rears back and the metal moves even more liquid than before as it kind of forms a flowing sphere and the heart inside glows green. It kind of like pushes the metal away from it. Its heart is now exposed, and it is in crisis. And you will find out what that means soon
it's
enough,
gonna
I
explode.
promise.
I am so torn. I was thinking about for my second action. I was thinking about guarding Fiona to make sure that Fiona stays up and can just focus on blasting it right now. I really want to hit the heart. Okay,
Do
I'm
it.
gonna.
We don't really die in this game. Just fucking go
I'm
for
gonna roll.
it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
randomize it. If it's a low roll, he's gonna be cautious.
Okay.
It's a high roll, so
Yeah, just
Can
go
Can I
for
just
it.
double check? Is he doing melee attacks? Yes, he is. He's swiping
Yes.
with his
Mhm.
hand. Yeah, cool, beautiful. My brain just was like, wait a second, is he doing magic? And then I was like, no, no.
Okay, so I'll do the same thing again. I'll do another Shadow Strike. Again, only 2 points of damage.
Womp womp.
And rolling for the actual hit. Cock die. That's another crit.
Hell yeah!
Jesus
Holy shit!
Christ.
It's the crit feast here.
Wait, do I get a Fabula point for critting?
You don't get a fabulous for crit. You get a fabulous point for fumbling.
Oh, fumbling. Okay, yep.
Okay, so that's
Your reward for when you suck is a Fabula point.
Yes. So I rolled 2 damage. So that's +3, 9 plus 14, so 23 points of dark damage.
All right.
to this guy. And for the God, I think for the opportunity. Nope, those are actions. 41. I feel like Can I do the information and like what's the deal with this heart? Like what's a clue or something relevant to like what's happening? Like
Sure. Yeah.
because ruin, I said ruin is like aiming for the so like slams through, like slices through, and the liquid metal happens, and their heart is exposed. He's just like, all right, I mean, I'm the dumbass. I'm gonna touch the shiny object, and I'm just swinging at that. So like maybe the information is like, I hit it, I do damage. What else happens? Like, is there any inkling of what the heart is doing? What does this mean?
Yeah. So okay, yeah. So as you hit it, couple different things that you get pieces of information off of this. First and foremost, it doesn't seem like it took like this hurt more because you hit the heart. So it's not a vulnerability that it hit this.
It's not a weak spot.
I will. I'm just gonna give you the mechanical side of this because fuck it, whatever. It has lost its resistances to earth, fire, and ice.
Oh, okay.
So it is now more exposed in that, like, it can take those damages again. But the other thing you can see, and you'll find out soon enough what this means, I think, hopefully, the sort of green glow of the heart suffuses itself sort of like tendrils throughout the metal now. So the way that I kind of see this thing in my head is like it was kind of like a big kind of dinosaur-ish of like big monster with, you know, iron coating it. It has now done the like lizard thing where its throat like expands.
Yeah.
But that's now like where the heart is, like the metal is all kind of flowing around that like crazily. And now the green magic of that like heart that you're trying to hit is like kind of suffusing itself through cracks throughout the entirety of the beast. I will not give you the mechanical thing that does because I have a reason, but
cool. I already got the mechanic for the resistance.
Yes.
So cool.
Because I didn't have a good way of describing narratively. It is no longer hurt by fire. Or it's no longer resistant to fire. And of course, fucking Haley just walked away in the middle of me about to attack her. So
did you do your second?
Okay.
Did you do your second thing?
I did.
Rowan?
That was 2. So I did 2 attacks.
Oh, okay.
So it is going to attack
that's right.
Teddy. That's a 7, 10. Does an 11 hit you?
Meets it, beats it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Plus my dex is down, so that could also be affecting that, which I don't know the rules, but it could be down.
What's your... I don't think so. I think you are just... I'm pretty sure you have an armor.
House?
Like, you're just like, you have armor on...
Does she have armor?
I have a +1 dex die to my armor.
Mechanically, yes. I'm not like, oh, +1 dex, so it's your dex die +1 then is your armor.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fuck around with like, oh, you took your armor off. You no longer have, like,
silly.
yeah. So, okay, so it does hit.
Everything that we bought, like everything else in this world, is reinforced.
Yes,
to exactly our stats.
All of the sparkles in your like skin tight Jessica Rabbit dress are like little bits
diamonds.
of like, metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shards of metal.
Diamond armor.
Diamonds.
My I think actually went to a +4 dice for this dress.
So you are gonna get hit with 26 points of damage.
Halved? Or was that
No.
already? Okay.
So
Are you resistant to all damages because you're guarding?
Yes.
So as you get hit, the green glow from this beast
There it is.
pierces through whatever the resistances look like on you. And we get a neat little, fun little video game tooltip pop-up to tell you about a new damage type that I've homebrewed into Fabula Ultima.
Uh-oh.
You are taking ancient damage. And ancient damage bypasses all resistances.
I want this damage to have like ripped and destroyed Teddy's dress in a way that like is like almost revealing but not quite. And so like there's like the tatters that are
You've got the one strip across the bust.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the most
Always.
amount of side and under boob that you can get away with without like, yeah.
There are 2 things immediately leaping to mind. One is Padme when she gets the fucking crop-topped version from the cat alien, and then 2, you have 100% done the thirsty sword lesbians move. Rip.
Amazing. So yes, ancient damage, as of now, inaccessible to you all. You don't know how to do it, but introducing this as a kind of damage that bypasses all resistances.
What the fuck is the point of my character?
I will also tell you,
How much damage was that? I'm so sorry.
26
I literally
points.
I blacked
Nah, you're
out.
good. 26 points.
26.
And I will also this didn't come up because there was no resistances. The big attack that was done that took Saoirse down last time was also ancient damage, technically.
Oh.
So we'll explain
Okay.
what that
We're prob-
means.
Cool.
This is the second time that
is
you've
this-
done like bodyguard and gotten like the resistances from guard and then called them.
I will-
like, Narp.
I will
this
tell
because
you, this
Haley's
is very
400 years old.
no.
Does
This is
something happened. The older
ancient with a capital A, as in the
This is-
ancients of like old technology does ancient damage.
So is she a game
This
for her?
is, this is assistant ancient.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, assistant ancient. That's okay.
No one got-
it's all
no
good.
one got my
I
reference.
am
No one.
a big
I was
pool
told.
of hit points, so I'm
Yeah.
doing okay.
I homebrewed basically
What does critical mean?
crisis.
Your crisis, that's the one.
If you have a crisis effect, it would be on some things like when I go
no,
into
but, like,
crisis,
what-
something has
Do
to
I-
reference
because-
crisis.
Never mind then. I don't have crisis. I'm just
You are-
perfect.
Technically, by the rules, you are in crisis, but like
I'm
it
not.
doesn't do anything. It's uncrisis is just like bloodied in D&D. Like it's like a status of like you've taken enough damage.
Okay.
So that is the third and final thing that has happened with the exposed heart of this. Its damage shifted from physical into ancient damage.
Okay. No point in guarding.
And I will what was I gonna say? Oh, there was one other thing that I was gonna toss out
But
to
wait,
you. Oh,
there's more.
Oh wait, there's more.
sort of
Call
a
now.
sort of a like this is oh man, I can't, never mind, I can't say this because it was gonna potential spoilers for something. It doesn't matter. This damage is very rare. Like you're not gonna see, like I'm not gonna just be like, every
No.
enemy has ancient
Yes.
damage. It's gonna be
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
crisis effect or a big attack, and I will promise
No.
you all will have access to it here at some point in the same way that's like big
Exciting.
damage.
Okay.
No. That's fun. I like it.
So, but that's its turn. It's real hurt, and that was its second turn. So, you can fuck it up now.
Does that mean it's my turn to fuck it up?
Fiona or
Mhm.
Teddy's, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. I'm gonna go last.
You're gonna go last. Okay. So
Yeah. Because my guard lasts until my next turn, so I may as
Yeah.
well just keep. I mean, even if they decide to do a claw attack, that's not the ancient magic, so I don't know what the. I think. Did you say it swapped all damage? But I don't know.
It only has
All
one
this-
attack,
Yeah.
and it's
Okay.
basically when it gets into crisis, that damage becomes ancient damage.
Encompasses. Okay, yeah.
all right. So we're going to aim with Thunderbolt again. See if we can try and get this puppy going.
You could easily pop this thing right now. You could do this.
That's a 9.
It only has 6 magic damage. You lowered its damage die, or its insight die, so it's hurting.
That's 32 points of damage times 2.
64 points. Get
Heyo!
Yeah, I mean that. It had 38 hit points left. So this, as you line up your shot, this other like lightning bolt just crushes the core of this creature as it just strikes directly in the middle. And as it kind of like explodes, shards of metal, liquid metal, spray out and fall to the ground. And I guess we're
Yeah.
technically out of the conflict scene, but
Yay!
you hear a voice in
Oh,
your
God.
heads that says,
Oh no.
"Intriguing. That creature seemed to be something old." The assistant.
Yeah.
I thought it was Yosei for a second then. I'm like,
Oh,
How is he here?
Yeah,
How is he doing
hello.
this?
I'm here.
hello.
Hello there. Could you give me a sample of that metal?
Sure. I'll walk over and just like,
Splat.
yeah.
the goo or the shard?
It's all one and the same at this point. It's all melted into the same thing.
He's Terminator 2'd, liquidized
Yeah.
into a little pool. Yeah.
So as you put your hand in it, yeah, it kind of like you see some of the metal now mostly looking mercurial, but like with little glints of green in it still, like sort of absorbs into the back of your hand. I'll have to process this data, but I think we might be able to use this.
I mean, I'm down to hear that. That sounds cool. Everyone okay?
Yes.
Fiona falls to her knees, like just from exhaustion, and like, you know, looks a little battered and bruised for wear. I think I'm fine.
Oh. Where was Misora during that?
You know,
Oops.
I just didn't put her in the combat because it was too much. She's downstairs
That's
helping Lusor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her date.
Or she's
Gonna help
consoling
your
that
date.
grieving widow.
Stalling the grieving widow.
I still have no idea where I put my books for this game. They
Oh,
have just
Jesus.
vanished. Oh well.
Seeing
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's fine.
Gone
seeing
forever.
Fiona collapse, Ruin's gonna like go over there, like check on her. But on the way is like the axe like melts back into the armor, and he's just like pulling off the jacket and handing it over to Teddy.
Aw, such a gentleman.
Thank you. And just I don't even remember what this is from, but there's like it must have been an animated show of some kind, but like instead of putting the jacket on, she like wraps it around like her upper waist and like ties it so her boobs
Yeah.
just go.
Mhm. Mhm. I was wondering if you were gonna go that direction. Yep.
Incredible.
It's just ample lift.
Yeah.
No, it's the TikTok, isn't it, from the lady who had the apron on and
Oh,
she
the
did really
apron?
The barista?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's just
Like,
all
she,
the
like, it-
all the under boob just becomes over boob as it just like
Yeah.
Yes.
flips over.
the wonders that one string can do. Anyway,
Ruin's just like, yeah, I thought you were a little exposed. Fiona, are you okay?
Am I?
are you?
I'll help Searsha up and see how they're feeling.
In her other hands, Saoirse has this gaudy. Hang on, I wrote it down. Ornate staff with gold filigree
Oh yeah.
and white metal.
Where did you get that from? What?
I used it to get into the case rather than just punching it because I forgot I had metal knuckles.
Yeah. Nice. I mean,
I forgot I could
Find us-
punch. I mean, yeah, but that meant I wasted time, and we escaped with the mask. No, what is it? Me? Man
What?
in white? How does that?
Oh.
Is it we?
Mew.
No, Mew.
Mew. His name is Mew.
21.
And
Wait until we
and
get
the-
to Mew
and the-
2.
And the Mew,
Electric
and the Mew
Boogaloo.
escaped.
Yes, but those things happen. There's no need to worry about them or sit and stew. You could have done something different, but you didn't, and it doesn't matter now.
I mean, it kind of does matter. That guy escaped.
And we'll find him, won't we?
I hope so.
I know so. The way that he was moving around and the attacks he was doing, I don't think that. I don't think any of us had a chance of stopping him, so I wouldn't worry.
Maybe not stopping him, but I could have prevented him from getting it. I was so close to just disappearing.
I have a feeling he probably could have followed you.
Oh. No one's ever followed me before like that.
It was something different, right? That metal arm?
Oh, speaking
else
of
did he-
metal,
Yeah.
um, is the metal shard that I also stole the same type of metal that was on his arm?
It's the green glowing heart metal. It's a piece of the heart of the creature that you just fought.
Should I keep this?
Why not?
We might be able to use it to track him, or he might use it to track us. I don't know.
It could be useful.
Yeah. I think we'll figure it out, right? We'll know soon enough.
Okay.
Okay.
And Saoirse, like, will make eye contact, like she's like, kicking a bit of debris, and like she's down on herself. But she will not look at Ruin. Like, she will not make eye contact with Ruin. Will with Fiona and Teddy, just not him.
Fiona, the little helper dude, assistant. There was a moment where you faded out. Are you really okay?
Not here. I can elaborate further, but I think the more
No, that's
important thing is.
fair.
And she's like grabbing onto Ruin's arm and like staggering to try and stand up because she's in crisis, so she's not doing that hot.
And he's just he's holding. He's help. Do you want a cookie?
just somewhat bloodied fingers, just slowly taking said cookie and just. This has quite the punch. Thank you, Miss Buttersby, for good cookies.
You're welcome. All right.
It's where she got her name from. It's all the like extra butter that she puts into her baking.
Mm-hmm. Where's Masura?
I didn't see her. Was she here?
She was helping with the mysterious man, along with Miss Buttersby. They should still be downstairs with Lusor, hopefully.
And we should probably check in with Lusor, considering we may or may not be owed a payday now. Trending towards not.
I don't think we're going to get anything out of this.
Yeah.
Wait, were we invited as guests or guards?
Both. It was a show up, and then if something bad happens, intervene. Which we did. Just
Yeah.
Unsuccessfully.
Still not looking.
medium successfully.
So it was like 50-50?
About 50-50, yeah.
Regardless, we should go down and we should check. Also, we need to make sure that Alucard was able to get everyone out.
Yeah, see, that's where I say that there was some good. We kept the fighting on us, not on people.
I don't know if Lusor will think the same as us, though, on that front. Considering what the man in white said.
I mean, he's allowed to think whatever he wants to think. If we don't get paid, we don't get paid. Who cares? We still got to party.
I just want to party. Anyway, that's a callback.
It's like in that pause, you hear Saoirse's stomach grumble.
Aww. Are you hungry, Saoirse?
Sound hungry.
No. I like spicy food. I don't think spicy food likes me.
I could do for more of the cookies that Miss Buttersby made and my own bed.
maybe I could make us all something simple when we get home.
Let's check in with Luthor and then bounce.
Yeah.
I just stuff the ornate stuff in my bag.
Just this giant stick, and it's just.
It's a ceremonial. It's an ornamental.
Oh,
Thing.
it's saying handheld. Okay.
I'm assuming.
I thought it was this giant thing.
Ruin just watches, just
If it was
notices
that big, then I
these,
wouldn't have
and then
bothered.
just doesn't say anything.
I also did tell Saoirse finders keepers just 2 moments
Yeah.
ago.
She's so impressionable.
So,
Back downstairs.
heading back downstairs, you see a few different things. First, it does appear that all of the guests are gone from the party. There are only a few people still here. And around one of the many party tables in the now completely empty hall stands Luthor, Masura, Alucard,
Oh.
and Yozi.
So he was fucking here.
or he just showed up because
Bastard.
something interesting happened
Yeah.
and he was summoned out of the ether.
You rang.
You rang.
You rang.
And as you come down, Luthor turns and says, "Well, I suppose that didn't go quite the way you expected. But you still protected everyone here. We'll make sure you get paid. We do have some unfinished business we'd like your help with."
Such as.
Really?
You've seen what we're up against. The Man in White, the Steel Kings, they all seem to be building towards something bigger. And we're trying to stop them.
Fiona puts like her hand on her chest where the like talons were earlier. It certainly felt like that.
Ruin's giving an odd like the weir and is like checking in with all four. Like we have a magical shopkeeper, a weird probably spy, maybe hooked up with Fiona at some point, cat lady, a like randomly like has valuable connections and no valuable kit, pull the stringers dude, and a crime boss who's trying to go legit. It's just an assembly of people that Ruin is skepticizing what the fuck is happening here.
Are we in James Bond?
It's genuinely just like the weirdest cast of semi-important people. It's like, what the fuck is happening? What did you all go to
Where the
high
big
school
range
together? You sign each other's yearbook, and that was a blood pact to help in the looming apocalypse. What the fuck is going on? This
So, looking
funky
between,
bunch.
you see Alucard. He kind of catches your glance, and he's like, "To be fair, I just learned about all of this myself. I was not involved prior to this evening, but from what they've told me, I think I could help."
You did help us. We looked fantastic while we were operating somewhere between ass kicking and getting kicked.
Well,
More like thrown through walls.
that was my goal. I, hoped you'd look good at the party, and whatever ensuing after party came about. And now you're here, and maybe that we should give you, well, they should give you the rundown on the situation. You're all staying, everything, like not doing anything?
Yeah,
You
sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give
Uh,
us the rundown. Well,
As you sidle up to the table for the rundown from this mysterious crew, we are going to cut to break for just a moment. And we will be back in 5-ish minutes with more of this. And don't go away. Go get your bathroom snacks. Do all the fun things that we do when we take our breaks. And we'll be back and we'll learn about how this assorted gang of folks got together to take down this random dude that none of you have ever met.
Oh my god, are we the Avengers?
We're getting the backstory we need.
Maybe. I mean, you're the what is it? The Avengers with a Z from Thunderbolts. That's
Yay! I was hoping for that reference.
Yeah.
If they ever animate this series, in the background of all of our shots is a more important group with more important sponsors
Yes,
doing
yes.
more important things
Yes.
in the town.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
I agree.
Like,
100%.
Where like they spend like 40 hours doing the art of them, and then it's just like, you know, where they do that really like simplified anime like print for like the background people, wear that for just
Yeah.
one scene
Yep.
each.
It's every time Saitama has the Saitama face and not
Yes.
the One Punch Man
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's that for
Yeah.
all of us.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. While there's something more important happening behind
Yeah.
it.
Explosions, political intrigue, giant Kamehameha things happening.
No,
and then
fuck
just-
that. I want to watch these assholes.
All right, we are going to cut to break. Come back in 5 minutes. We will be back here with more information and more Tales of Caerwyn. Bye-bye. See you in a minute.
Go away.
Bye now.
Hello, we are back. We did it. We are here. We're hanging out. You all fought before the break. You fought the Heart of Iron. You won. You got a little bit of information. You maybe discovered a new damage type.
Huzzah!
And yeah, you were invited to the table of weird people who seemed desperately not connected at all, but somehow now are all involved in a plot that something is happening here. So, as you roll up, you yeah, so have to think about this a little bit. I guess it's probably Yosi who, God, I really need to write down what people's voices are. I need just a running document of like, this is what this person sounds like if I'm going to reintroduce them. But Yosi,
excuse me.
Well, I'm glad you all were here to help, and I'm hoping we can shed a little light on what's going on here. As you are now aware, the man in white, we believe to be the leader of the Steel Kings, is apparently building towards something. We think that the mask that he just stole was part of a wider plot, and we're uncertain what he's trying to do, but we're hoping that maybe you could help us figure it out.
I'm gonna, in my head, say to the assistant, "Do you happen to catch a look at that mask and does it feel familiar to you?"
No. The mask was not of ancient design. It was something new.
Kind of boring.
Did it just fit his aesthetic? Is that what it was?
Well, actually, so
Just like a half.
kind of a good no.
Going
So
away.
it was a full mask. But kind of a good point is that it was very, very plain. It was not ornate at all. Doesn't really seem to have fit with the way that he looked generally.
Okay.
It was like, if you could imagine just like a plaster mask, or like a white clay mask. That's what it looks like. Very, very nondescript features, and very simple.
So just very unassuming, nothing special or ornate or expensive or okay.
Correct.
And I didn't, like, nothing happened to me when I put it on either.
Right,
No.
nothing happened.
Do they know what it's for?
Are you going to ask?
Lusor? Yes, Lusor. Do you know what that mask was used for? Why someone would want to take it?
I know what it was used for. I'm not sure why the man in white would want it. It's a very powerful magical artifact, but one that's very limited in its usage. It's been called, and is called, the multifaceted mask. And it allows the wearer to completely change their appearance one time. And the mask stays on until they die.
Any chance I could see?
Like as in it molds to a different face, and then that's their face. Oh god.
It changes their whole
I'm
body.
glad it didn't
They
work
can.
on Susha.
If this were
Yeah, I
D&D,
like my
I'd tell you
body.
it's the equivalent of a polymorph spell that allows you to change into another person.
Any chance I could just do a recall to see if anything along those lines would be something I would have seen in books?
Sure, give me an insight.
Okay, here we go. Wait, before anything, hang on. Hang on. I've been pew-pewing a lot of stuff. I could at least do some book stuff. Hold on. Yeah, so I'm gonna do focused then for this specific one. So it'll just add a +1 to my roll. Let's see. Come on, big money. 18. As I ask you mid-bite. I'm sorry. You're mute.
There we go. I got distracted by a bite and wasn't chewing, so then I had to finish chewing. I don't think you've necessarily read anything about this. I mean, I guess you can say if you do you think Fiona has read about this mask? It's not like so crazy that you'd never have heard of it, but it is like a very powerful magical artifact.
I think if anything, it probably would have been a common name that probably got thrown around in like multiple textbooks, but probably nothing of like, this entire book is dedicated to just this one mask. So she probably would have seen the name, maybe like familiar blurbs or descriptions of it, and that would kind of be all the context I think she'd get.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So I think with the context that you have, it is a very, very powerful artifact. The ability to do that, to like actually truly change someone's form, is pretty powerful, especially for just like a permanent amount of time. But probably the kind of artifact that finds itself in a couple actual scholarly books and mostly myth and legend. So there's been a few people who have potentially like written about it, talked about where it maybe would be found, things like that. But for the most part, sort of relegated to the realm of like myths around shapeshifters and, you know, some stories that potentially it was like carved from the face of a shapeshifter, or like various things like that, where like it's some question as to where it came from, why it was there, but as far as you know,
more than one in the world, obviously, if there's stories about it.
just one. It's a very, very powerful artifact that has sort of passed through story and myth throughout time. It's old, but not quite ancient.
You mean the mask that supposedly was carved off of the face of an actual shapeshifter? The one of myth and legend that is strong enough to actually make scholarly texts.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, good.
It's
Kind of glad I didn't put it on.
You'd have needed the activation word anyway. It's a powerful tool, but extremely limited in its use. It can only be used once by one person, and it permanently changes you into whoever or whatever form you want it to change you into.
Can you keep changing?
No, just once.
Ah, okay.
So, for you to acquire it, it seems the previous owner succumbed to their own demise.
Of course not. I bought it from a very wealthy trader that was passing through around a decade ago. I spent a lot of money on it.
Somewhere along the line, somebody wore it, died, and then people kept buying it.
How do you know it's legit then?
That's probably better left to the less than legal side of my life. We had a few people try it out before.
Ah. Well,
It would be handy for that.
Mm-hmm. I suppose the other question is, does this man in white happen to know the word in order to activate it?
It's likely if he knew we had the mask, he also knows how to use it. We just don't know why he wants it. Like I said, it's not that useful of a tool for thieving or anything.
I suspect there are far more malicious plans intended.
Does it only work on living things?
Yeah, once a being is died, the mask falls off, and they revert to their true form.
Yep. But, like, Mew created an iron giant. So, if he's building something, could he put the mask on that and, like, bring it to life?
It would already have to have a soul for the mask to work.
Yeah, but what is a soul?
At that point, Alucard jumps in.
I'm really serious.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Well, it's quite fascinating. There's all sorts of scholarly texts on what the soul might be. What we do know for sure is that it is the source of magic. It's the thing that returns to the song once our time here is done.
I'm sorry, the song?
The divine font of all magic. Thing that makes up all the world and all things in it.
Oh, like the live stream. Cool. Okay.
Yes,
There's
this
a lot
is
of
a
crossing
JRPG.
streams. Yeah, this is a lot of crossing streams episodes to us being nerds.
It's
in real
how
life.
I conceptualize and understand.
No, I mean this is just
know.
straight up Fabula Ultima. Like the in Fabula Ultima, souls are the source of everything. They are magic. Like in the cyberpunk one, it's like the soul network. In the fantasy one, it's the stream of souls. It's just a thing. Yeah, it's very Final Fantasy.
I'm obsessed with it.
So, dude, what is it? Just circumstance? Like, what got you all bunched up into this?
Yosi chimes in. Well, we all have a vested interest in this. We're not sure who the man in white is, but he seems to be looking to destabilize things. Luso got involved once the man in white started taking out some of his business opportunities. I got involved after he kidnapped Masura, and Masura got involved when she got kidnapped.
And
Do we
Alucard
have-
got involved now.
Yes, I'm
Wait,
just
what?
here from the party.
Why was Missouri captured?
Yeah, that was. You were sticking your hand in the cookie jar, right? But like, how did you know to do that?
The hand had already been stuck in the cookie jar. I merely was retrieving the cookies, bringing them back to their rightful owners.
Hmm.
So the college has sent you then.
More or less.
And that would jive with what we know of her, because I just remembered that she was trying to get that refined
Yes.
arcanium.
Arcanium, yeah.
Oh, I have some of that.
Yes, you do.
So we at least know who it is that we are after. So the question is, what are our next steps? I assume that all of you don't know where this mysterious man in white is located.
He's proved to be elusive. We know he's the leader of the Steel Kings, or at least the public-facing one. We're not ruling out the idea that someone's behind him. He's very strong, as you've seen. He's very powerful. And he's hard to catch. No matter how many Steel Kings we go through, he manages to slip by us. And then he shows up for something like this, and, clearly has already poisoned my bodyguards, ready for you all, brought enough henchmen to take us out, and decided to leave with my mask.
I mean, you didn't make it very hard to get to.
Well, it was meant to be a display. We didn't know he wanted the mask. We knew something was stirring. We heard rumors that the Steel Kings were looking at the party, but like I said, the mask it seems inconsequential. It's not useful for any of the business that the Steel Kings have been involved in. There's a reason I didn't use it for my side businesses. You muted.
I guess we're keeping an eye out for a new face popping up then.
Or an old face.
This is a big city.
Someone that's been missing coming back.
Or a familiar face that is known to the public, and they wouldn't bat an eye if someone else took their place if they had the same face.
It's a coup.
Well, we don't know for sure, Saoirse, but
Yeah, but how fun would that be?
coups are not necessary. Okay.
Said like someone who's never lived through a coup.
No, I just know the game.
Oh. Nice.
Saoirse's
Taylor,
actually just
I
thinking
love
of a
you so
coupe,
much.
the glass for
Chicken coop.
serving alcohol.
Yep.
Taylor, I love you so much.
It's funny because Sasha doesn't drink.
She knows her
Well,
glassware
come
though.
on.
She does.
I
There's
suppose
a reason
another
she doesn't drink.
I suppose another question to ask would be, is there the potential for moles within your own ranks? As I ask you again mid-bite.
I
sorry,
picked the
Goblin.
worst snack for this. They're peanut butter pretzels So they're like real. It's like a bunch of peanut butter, and then it's a bunch of bread.
Yep.
There's always a potential for moles. Up until now, we didn't really think we had anything to worry about. We've got moles in the Steel King, just not high up enough to matter. And up until now, this has been relatively calm, classic criminal syndicate stuff. I run my business, they run their business, they take over my docks, I take something from them. You know how it works.
No, but I get the point. So what do we do now?
Yeah, what do you want from us?
Well, you held your own against the man in white. At least better than many have. And from what Yosi tells me, you're very capable. I think we've got our little organization here. We'll, at this point, just have to wait until we have more information. Yosi's has connections, as does Masura, and between the two of them, we're hoping we'll hear something before the Steel King's next move.
And then you'll be able to point us at it and try and stop it.
That's the hope. Until then, get stronger. Work to find out what you can about the man in white, and hopefully we can take him down.
And this all started just because of a turf war?
That's what we thought. Steel King sort of popped up out of nowhere, garnered a lot of strength really fast, and tore through the scene here. They took the docks from me, and have been elusive and hard to get a hold of in any way that really matters.
Do any of you know anything about what happened on the weird stuff from the Festival of Given Light?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, the festival was quite interesting this year, as I'm sure you all were aware. Seems that something called forth some ancient ruins. It's been happening. My contacts have told me it's been happening around the kingdom and around the empire, and we're not sure what's causing it. Until you just said that, I hadn't thought about the fact that they could be related.
Ruin's giving a look to the others like, should we tell them?
I think we're all getting very subtle notes.
And he's gonna clam up.
But then Sasha kind of half pulls out the skeletal hands that she still has, and we're like, no. Nope, okay. Tucks it back in.
It might be a thread worth poking at, is all I'm thinking. Because it feels like that was kind of a acceleration point.
True. We know the Steel Kings have been gathering material where they can. We're not sure how they even get in, but they seem to have some way of accessing the ruins and bringing things out.
Bless you, bless you.
Immediately looking back towards Ruin with the mention of the hand, it just...
Yeah, got no clue how they could possibly get in there.
I'm so glad there's no deception rolls in this game.
There technically is. It would be like willpower. Like
That's
if it
true.
was
Inside
important, we
willpower.
could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about the fuck? My notes
almost-
are too well written, and now I
I
can't
almost
find
made a
shit.
callback joke there to something very mean Taylor said to me earlier, but no one else was here. None of the stream was here, and it would have just been so mean.
Yeah.
without any context. I was gonna say, okay there, Porky Pig, because you did the fucking did it thing to me earlier, but no one was here. I was like, oh, that just sounds so mean if you don't have the context.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that
Oh
though,
my
because
God.
now I understand why that Taylor was making fun of you
Yeah.
when she did that. Because
Yeah.
I remember her
It
doing
was the-
and I had no clue what was
Yeah,
happening.
the fucking Porky Pig
Yeah,
thing.
no one else caught Colin's slip up.
Get the fuck out of here.
No
What?
warehouse. Oh my god, what is the
What's the
you looking
question?
for?
Steel Kings? The
docks.
smiling
Oh, the
Lord of Smiles.
Lord of
There, I
Smiles.
found
Lord
it.
of
Yeah.
Smiles.
Lord of Smiles. Let me highlight more stuff. Sure. Yeah. Do we know anything about the Lord of Smiles? Do we
The children's
think that
fairy tale.
could be okay? But all fairy tales have some point of inspiration and origin.
Well, technically, yes, I suppose. Well, in what way?
We have seen some references pertaining towards the Lord of Smiles. Whether it's she's thinking back towards when all the squishing was heard for just the complete beating nonsense of of the one guy from the Steel Kings.
17 punches.
17. Just that flashback moment and just let's just say we've seen some inferences towards the Lord of Smiles amongst the Steel Kings.
A couple of them are real culty with that shit.
Well, we'd heard that they were building something cult-like, but we were unaware that. It's the first I think any of us are hearing that it's related to the Lord of Smiles. If that's true, this could be quite bad indeed.
You say building something cult-like. Do you mean that third warehouse?
We did see the third warehouse, and while I was in there, I was uncertain. I couldn't look inside very well. Something was pushing me back. I meant more just organizationally. They're sort of a cross between a cult and a crime syndicate. And it's very, very intriguing how they run.
Yeah, I couldn't get in either.
For the most part, they certainly have enough bodies to throw to the wolves, for lack of a better word, and they're in no short supply.
Especially
Yes.
when those bodies don't mind being disposable.
And when you say quick, this has been happening real stinking quickly because the Steel Kings have only been appearing over the last month.
At this point, 4 months, because
Yeah.
we time skipped since then.
Oh, but that's right. Yes, we did. I forgot about the time jump. Scratch that.
Still,
Just add
still
two
though,
more
that is
strokes.
quick in terms
That
of
is
like.
still quick regardless.
It's still
That-
fast.
The timeline is very quick here. We thought that it was just an aggressive takeover, a hostile takeover, if you will. But if they're building towards something, could mean that they're ramping up.
Would Teddy have gotten any insights over the time that she's spent with them, even if it was just something small, or information overheard, or conversations that people have confided in Teddy?
Yeah, let's call that a study. But I'm gonna swap it from insight to insight willpower, since Teddy's kind of gathering information. We'll do that. It's an open roll.
Oh. 13.
Okay, that is a detailed result, which means a complete answer and a useful detail related to it. So, tell me what you want to know.
I
If
just
there's
want
something.
to have Yeah, I think all I'm doing is like listening to what they have to say, and I want to know if I can corroborate it in my own head, like not out loud. I just want to know, like, yeah, how has the cult like tended, like, how has that gone? Because you know, even if you're
Yeah.
aware of going into a cult situation, there's a reason why cults work, and it's because they work. You can't protect yourself from it just from knowing that it doesn't work. That's not how cults work. So I just wanted to see like how is that gone for Teddy? Has she noticed any of those things?
Yeah.
How are they recruiting people? Are they like getting Teddy to say stuff, or are they really just like not including her in anything?
Yeah. I think sort of generally, as Teddy has been spending time with the Steel Kings, you've been picking up a sort of tier system where there's kind of there are like the people who are more involved with the criminal element of the Steel Kings, people who tend to be more savvy, truly, like the people who are there for like clearly being brought in to like run a criminal organization, be the like even just the lackeys of the criminal organization. Some of them are big on the cult side of things. Like anytime you hear like they're big on like using the catchphrases and like doing that kind of stuff. But many of them are really just there as like it's a job for them, right? Like the Steel Kings is the up and coming criminal syndicate on the block. They're trying to get in early and you know have their sweat equity in there. And then there's the other tier, which is like the super cult, doesn't really care about the crime side of things. You've seen some people like reeled in for going too far, jeopardizing some of the criminal activities by leaning heavier into like some of the cult activities, stuff like that.
Too many
so I think,
like open air protests saying the world will end soon. So
yeah, yeah, exactly. I think within the Steel Kings rank and file, at least, there is a sort of opposition, a current balancing act between being a cult and being a criminal syndicate. It's easy enough to avoid the cult side of things if you're focused on more of the criminal syndicate side of things. But you
there
get
is a wedge within the center of the system.
yeah, and a wedge, not so much like driving things apart, but like the thing that is holding up. It's a fulcrum. It's the thing that keeps the balance, and it's this like on one side is the cult and on the other side is the criminal syndicate, and if either were to get stronger, you feel like it might tip one direction or the other, right? It could go full blown death cult, or it could go full blown criminal syndicate without any of the culty vibes anymore. But right now it maintains this sort of precarious balance.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll keep that for when we get home.
So we have no choice but to wait.
For now,
Sounds like the plan.
seems like all we can do.
Has anyone seen anything like what that dude could do? Like weird yellow smoke, that spiky metal shit.
As you say, weird yellow smoke, Misura's eyes shoot open. You mentioned the Lord of Smiles, and I hadn't put the two together, but that smoke, all the stories of the Lord of Smiles have some reference to the yellow haze of malaise that follows the Lord of Smiles. And
Okay.
if there is some connection there, and some of his power is drawn from that, that would explain that arm and the yellow haze.
Well, it certainly packs a punch. And then some.
It wasn't fun. If you want me to take a look at that, I could later.
She would very much like you to make sure she's okay. We would.
Yeah,
we.
you should definitely medically
You
examine
should
her.
definitely. Because yeah.
Fiona's actually like not even in the mood to respond, let alone like argue. She's just kind of like disturbed with the whole thing because she almost died, for lack of a better word, so she just doesn't have the energy to even combat with that. If you
That's what
insist.
Seth's relying on. Actually, no, I wasn't even there.
Wearing them down until they can't say no. The
Jesus
Taylor
Christ!
special.
Peer pressure. Peer pressure.
No. This is a consensual stream, folks.
It is extremely consensual.
Consent is
coercion.
sexy. Yeah, she'll just like kind of avert her gaze though, if you insist.
If it is demonic in nature, might do you good to get checked up on.
I
Mhm,
suppose.
Oh, actually, I was hit with that arm too. I don't
Take a-
want to impose though.
I can take a look at you too if you'd like.
There's nothing really.
All
To
three
look
of you
at.
just examining. And
I was hit with the arm too, and I'm just curious.
no, it
What
seems like all of
studies
you
can
need to
line
treat
up?
each other then.
So we have a human, a beastkin, and a fae.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! I
Compare
was hoping there'd
injuries,
be.
swap notes.
The bartender says, "Why the long face?"
I was
Nay.
hoping there would be some sort of
Jesus
common
Christ, man.
double up, and I could step back. But no, I have to be the third wheel.
Third
I'll say
wheel?
this.
Ruin leans in.
No, what?
I'm trying to wingman here. What do? You don't have to. Never mind. You know what?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
I'll say this:
What's
if anything weird shows up with those wounds and they don't heal like normal wounds, be sure to reach out. We'll make sure you get treated.
Thank you. We appreciate your kindness.
Of course.
How should we reach out to you? Because you seem to vanish. I know where these two are. And he points to like Yuri and
If you-
Alucard.
If you find Yossi, Yossi can find me.
Fair enough.
I'll actually be staying with Yossi for a little bit for the coming months as we sort of work this. If you need him, I'll be at his house, his shop.
Duly noted.
Same thing.
Can we quickly just double check? So it's Yossi, Alucard, Lucior, and who else is there? Missoura.
Missouri.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Missouri.
Yeah, I had to. Oh,
Missouri.
Missouri. I highlight that too.
Missouri.
So Lucior. Sorry, Lucior is
Miss
the
Uri.
Missouri.
Lucior Heavy Maker is the head of the Alley
Sharks.
Sharks.
Sharks. Alley Sharks. Sharks.
The Lally
Yeah.
Sharks.
Yeah,
La
cool.
la
The
la
Alley
la la
Sharks.
la la la.
Alucard White is the owner of White's Wonders and Whimsies.
And is not
Yep,
a
shop
vampire.
owner.
Is not
Yeah.
a vampire.
Is the son of Miracula.
I've
Yeah.
got- Oh, I've got. So and then okay, so I've written Yosei as trader.
It's very funny.
Like he trades in mythical, like magical goods,
Uh,
and then Alucard.
No respect from the Aussies on that joke. That was.
Yep.
I didn't even hear it.
It's
they're
fine.
deep. They're deep in the note.
Yeah, we're both writing notes.
The note hole
Mine
is
are
taking
very
them both.
important. He smells like salt. What do they smell like?
Yes.
Lucior smells like minerals. Like if you've ever like smelled the wall of a cave, he smells chalky like calcium. Masura smells strangely of like cinnamon and fire, smoke and cinnamon.
Red cinnamon stick.
Alucarn smells vaguely of cotton candy and like the weirdest amounts of like the weirdest twists of smells. He smells like cotton candy mixed with like fucking fresh popcorn and like just like weird, yeah. The smell of like every now and then you're like, oh, is that the smell of? Hey, well, you guys wouldn't know what this is, but like gasoline. Like it's just like Like
Yeah.
every synth is a
that.
little different and across the board. Not you guys, but like your characters don't know what
characters.
Our
gasoline
characters would
smells
have
like.
no idea what gasoline is.
And
I
then
thought you were,
Yosi-
like, targeting us Aussies again.
No, Yosi. Yeah, you don't have gasoline canonically, as we know from the Mad Max saga. The problem is that the Australians don't have gasoline.
They just have guzzling.
Yes, guzzling.
Oh, you meant guzzling. I know what
Yeah.
guzzling
There you
smells
go.
like.
And
Go
Yosi
right
smells
down
like
to Gas Town and get me some guzzling.
Would any of you
Yosi
think
smells
less
like
if I
old
said
books.
that I haven't
Old books.
seen any of the Mad Max
Ooh.
movies?
Don't worry, I haven't either.
They're
Okay.
phenomenal, and you should watch them mostly for the hilarity of. Actually, I think they're really good for a number of reasons. Fury Road's phenomenal, but the
Fury
originals
Road
are
is
great.
Genuinely incredible.
The originals are great because they're really intriguing. Like where most apocalyptic stuff is like it's hundreds of years after the apocalypse. It's after everything. Mad Max is just like, what if the apocalypse happened, but it was just really fucking slow. And so like the first movie, he's just like a cop who just happens to be in Australia as like oil prices are soaring and the world is falling apart. And so it becomes this like post-apocalyptic wasteland sort of Fallout style, but not because it's slow. It's not nuclear or anything. It's just like, what if things devolved badly? And then they build into the fucking like Fury Road style where it's like the gasoline lords and the milk lords and the fucking all that crazy shit. They're great though.
Welcome
Highly
to
recommend them.
Tales of Caerwyn, the Mad Max
Yes.
synopsis.
Yeah,
I-
what a
talk-
tangent.
I want to run a Mad Max game really bad. I don't know what system I'd run it in, but I think it could be so much fun to do something in.
There probably is a system.
Probably. That's very true.
We could use the Morkborg rules,
It
but
was-
add
yeah, I was
on
gonna say
cyborg
Morkborg.
vehicular.
Fucking Morkborg, like, there's a part of me that's now like, Matt, we have another project for Infinite Citadel. When we're done with Mork Soul, we're writing, like, Gasborg, and it's just gonna be
Gasborg.
fucking, the Morkborg rules, but diesel punk.
Yes.
It's gonna be rad. Okay, but anyway, yes.
Can we go home yet, or do they
Yeah.
still have things to tell us?
When you're done,
Nice.
when you're done asking questions, you can leave.
Is there anything else anyone wants to know before we go?
All right.
Before we
I had a
take our
Yeah.
real
leave?
I had a ruin intrusive thought of asking, just plain up asking Missouri, have you and Fiona banged? But I'm just, no, that doesn't happen. That's not canon.
Do
The
it.
thought
Do it.
happens, and that's- nope,
Do it!
mm-mm.
I dare you to do it!
Masura gives you a
I'll do it.
knowing look.
I'll do it.
She hears your thoughts.
Okay.
Here's your thoughts.
A knowing look
thoughts.
and a small wink.
Mhm.
Amazing.
I don't think Fiona would have caught
Um,
on that either.
Wait, we said demon, so the Lord of Smiles is demonic.
Mhm.
And the fairy tales state he's like the devil on your shoulder, like encouraging bad behavior or not dissuading bad behavior. What's the origin of the name? And is he just a floating Cheshire smile? Or does he himself have a face?
Well, few people really know what Lord of Smiles looks like. The legends are that he's one of the demon princes, the demon prince of deception, and while he's called the Lord of Smiles, he's more the Lord of Lies. He just smiles while he lies through his teeth. The fairy tales, the old children's rhyme at least, is listen, children, and be smart. Should you hold lies in your heart, keep about you your wit and wiles, lest you meet the Lord of Smiles. It's mostly used to dissuade children from lying.
Okay, I'm gonna need that in a quote and have that text to me.
I'll write it down for you.
Teddy realizes she's known that the whole time. She's like, fuck, my mum used to say that to me all the time.
And all of you, I think, actually, truly, like this, the Lord of Smiles rhyme, like it is like children that grow up in the Empire get
Yeah.
this little like tall tale of like, if you tell too many lies, the Lord of Smiles is gonna come and get you, or like devil on your shoulder kind of thing. Like it kind of varies myth to
Yeah.
myth, but that's very like yes.
I suppose not all the stories we were told as children are lies anyway.
Most of them are truer than you know.
See, I said they have some sort of origin.
Ruin has nothing else to ask.
I'm all good. I'm ready to take our leave.
But that doesn't answer my question. He doesn't have a face.
We don't have a canonical look.
We don't
Yeah.
have
No
anything.
canonical face. Nothing in the myth about cats or fading.
I never said cat.
You said Cheshire. Oh, you said Cheshire. I guess you didn't say
I
cat.
said Cheshire.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I said Cheshire.
All right. You
Does
all.
he have any
You know how to
aliases?
You know how to find us.
Yes, I know how to find you. We know how to find you. And as far as I know, just the Lord of Smiles. I'm sure he has a real name. All the demon princes do. He's done well to hide his.
If we learn his real name, do you think we could summon him and like bind him?
Bad idea.
If you learn his real name, yes, you absolutely could summon him. I would recommend against it. Demon princes are not things to trifle with. None of you are powerful enough. None of us are powerful enough to maintain a binding of a demon prince.
This is in the same
Yet.
realm, Seer.
Yeah, I was about
Saoirse,
to
this-
say yet. Damn it. Same brain.
Saoirse, this is in the same level as a coup, where it is not as fun as you believe.
Also, I can't take a Duke tax. You can't block it with your Capitan.
No, this is a very niche joke.
Over my head.
Mel is confused just as
Don't worry
much
about
as Fiona.
I love it.
Don't worry about it.
I am appreciating it, Taylor. I just know that no one else is gonna get that.
Okay, okay.
Well, if you have any other questions, you know where to find us. We know where to find you. But we'll reach out once we know more. Until then, keep your eyes open and stay safe.
You too.
Time to
Thank
walk
you.
home. Did we have a way here?
Great,
Strong
great
full.
party.
Oh, Alucard. Oh, are you? If you're headed back, you could come by way of my doors.
That would be great.
That'd be faster.
Yes.
Wonderful. And he flicks through the keychain for a second, pulls out a key, unlocks it, opens a random door in Lusor's house to White's Wonders and Whimsies, which is just down the street from the Wyvern.
Very short walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank God.
Good night, everybody.
Fiona will glance over towards Masura with like a small smile before she grabs a hold of Ruin's arm so that she could walk off.
Thank you again, Fiona, for helping me and sticking around for that fight.
I wasn't going to leave you alone.
I appreciate it.
Is that walk offer still available for another time?
Whenever.
Ruin starts passing her hands over towards the
Yeah.
You look like you could use some rest right now, but once you're taken care of a bit better, we'll go for that walk.
We'll get her nice and healthy.
I'm already through the door.
So yeah, uneventful walk back to the Wyvern. Lusor, before you all leave, hands you a bag of pence. We'll say 500 pence.
Away!
Each?
What is that?
125.
No.
Just one.
No, total.
No.
It's
125.
125.
Alright, I need a calculator.
Oh,
I
fuck,
got
now
it.
I gotta do math.
I have literally
Eight.
opened a calculator.
4.
It's
I can do this.
375.
I can do this.
21.
Shut up.
4. 17. 11.
11.
234.
I have 343.
Yay! Money.
We got 295.
Money, money, money.
418.
Fuck.
Money, money, money.
Money.
Rich man's world.
See, I was
Okay.
singing cabaret. Everybody did a different thing there.
Everyone
Yes.
I
did
was a
different
rich
thing.
man. Leedle, leedle, leedle,
Leedle, leedle,
leedle,
leedle,
leedle.
SpongeBob does the fiddler on the roof.
I have all the
No,
money
it
in
was
the
a
world.
meme. I'll show it later.
I hear Patrick. Girl.
No, this is Patrick.
Patrick.
Oh wow, Matt was referencing. Matt wasn't even referencing fucking Fiddler on the Roof. That was Rich Girl or whatever the fucking name of that song is. Yeah, wow. It was a reference on a reference on a reference.
That was
Incredible.
some high density
Yeah.
referencing.
That was some fucking neurodivergent
Yeah.
trail mix. I don't know what to fucking call that.
Simultaneously, but from different
Yeah.
IPs.
Yeah, I didn't follow it.
Hey, if we mix all the IPs together, all of them can't sue us. So
They
True.
can't possibly sue.
no. They got
But yes.
bigger fish to fry than us.
You all get back to the Wyvern.
Huzzah.
Any conversations to be had? Anything anybody wants to talk about here? As a reminder, we will be going into another 3-month break.
Hey, yo.
Not in real life, in the game. 3-month
I was gonna say, don't fucking do
rest.
That to me.
Let's call it a rest. There we go. And we will be back next week, jumping forward in time 3 months. So if there's anything that you'd like to do now,
Away.
you can.
Teddy is going to make dinner for everybody, so everyone gets a nice hearty meal before bed. And Ixiash's is nice and plain, so that it's calm on their little spicy belly.
Oh, I was like,
You forgot
shit.
about your
Oh, no,
spice.
Thank you. I did.
No, I did. I just took some extra bread in there, so you just get some a nice good base to your upset belly.
This is the equivalent
you.
of the end of the first movie of Avengers where everyone's at the shawarma restaurant.
The shawarma, 100. But this is the post-incident shawarma for
Yep,
sure.
Yep.
Teddy provided shawarma.
Yes.
I think once Fiona has been escorted back to the Wyvern and isn't in need of her Ruin crutch, Ruin is gonna kind of not meanly, but definitely in a way of grab and kind of shake out of a stupor to Saoirse, what's up? You're being weird, and I don't mean that in the usual Saoirse weird way.
I was gonna say I'm always weird.
I know you're always.
You have a
weird.
habit of pointing that out all the
You're being
time.
particularly weird.
I got distracted again, like you always say I do. And I cost us valuable time, and I let the weird man in white get away. And I don't know when that man died, but maybe if I had been a little bit faster, he might still be alive, and maybe Fiona wouldn't have been blasted. I wouldn't have been thrown through walls. That fucking hurt. And Miss Buttersby wouldn't have to keep infiltrating the not the alley sharks. This
Steel Kings.
fuck Steel King. Thank you. Oh my god. Wouldn't have to keep infiltrating the Steel Kings. I don't want her in danger.
I mean, neither do I, but I feel like she kind of enjoys it, so I wouldn't worry about that too much.
Miss Buttersby's kink is pain.
No, it's danger. Get it right.
Fiona's got it!
Okay. Miss Buttersby's kink is danger. Okay. Well, still. You're always saying that I don't pay enough attention or I'm easily distracted. and it happened again, so I feel bad about it. I mean, I'm literally wearing metal knuckles. I could have punched that glass. But I forgot I was wearing metal knuckles. Because I forgot that's part of my inventory, my equipment. Instead, I fudged around and stole a staff.
But hey, you got a staff. Might be valuable. We should get it appraised and, all that junk.
Yeah. Oh! It's almost like she's been snapped out of this stupor now. Speaking of getting appraised, I think I saw or heard the assistant. Do they have a name, or are they just the assistant?
I think they're just the assistant. That's what I've always been saying.
Okay. They did something with the liquid metal,
Mm-hmm.
but I stole a shard of that iron thing's heart. I don't know the value of it. I just know what it is. But maybe the assistant could use it or identify it, or...
Assistant, is this something is valuable, could help? What's going on with this?
Intriguing. That seems to be a shard of that creature's core. It's not accessible to me in its current form, but were you to gather a few more of them, it might be useful if you could reassemble one of their hearts.
How many pieces do you think I'd need? Just so I can keep track.
Oh, probably 4 more with the size that one is.
Okay. Good to know.
See, some good comes out of your random kleptoing.
It is random, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, random is kind of the universe's shtick, right? It's all random bullshit, so...
Oh, I thought you were gonna call me random.
No, I mean, you are, but, what I mean, bad things happen. You can't blame yourself for all of them. Otherwise, you're too busy blaming yourself to do anything.
You're good at pep talks.
Doubt that. But chin up.
Better at them than scolding. I prefer this conversation than the scolds you usually give me.
It's because I feel like I should be better at the scolding. Why? I still don't forgive you for slapping my ass, and I just walk away.
Oh, okay. Teddy, how do I get this stuff off my face? My skin's itchy and I've been too scared to touch it.
It's poison. I don't know how to die. Please help me.
I will, I pop the cake in the oven, and then we will run upstairs and, I draw, because I imagine in the master room there's like a huge master bath with a big 4-foot tub.
Yes, I was gonna say the clawfoot pedestal feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I draw like a nice big hot bath. So Saoirse can have a bath to get rid of the. I give them a towel first and say wipe all of the everything off first before you get into the tub. You don't want to soak in it.
Okie dokie. And she just
Right,
does the
and
whole
I'll meet you back downstairs. Yeah, good. That'll work. I'll meet you back downstairs.
Mid.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're so very welcome.
Teddy's gonna bump into Ruin on the way down because he's like at the door. I was like, oh, I was just gonna.
Still with the massive overboob.
No,
I
I'd
was-
say like at that point she's chucked on like one of her robes. She's probably just got like really
Sheer?
nice silk robes. Nah, I don't think so. I think there'd be like a dark green or a dark purple
Yep.
silk. That's just like because she does dress very modestly, so she would just have a robe on now.
Yeah.
The dress
I-
underneath, but the robe on. She hasn't gotten changed yet. There hasn't been time.
Hasn't been
Just making
time.
a cake.
I was gonna ask for my jacket back.
Oh, yes, of course. And I will go back into the room and grab the jacket off of the bed and hand it over to you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry your dress got ruined.
Oh, no, that's okay. Best parties end with a ruined dress. I don't know if that's a saying I would ever say, but that's what I'm going to say right now because it was funny. I come downstairs shortly, if you want to, for cake, and then I stumble backwards and run down the stairs.
Okay. He'll put the clothes back in his room and then just come down wearing armor.
Oh, would
Fiona-
you let Fiona know about the cake too?
Yeah, I'll do that.
I
Thank
feel
you.
like
Gets
at
down
least
the
it-
stairs. Let Fiona know. Yeah. Goes back up the stairs.
And make sure Saoirse hasn't drowned.
Oh, got it.
Why am I in charge of everybody?
Up for it. It just continues up.
Yeah.
Oh man. I feel like Fiona probably would have summoned a bottle of healing or something just to kind of hold herself over. So I'm just gonna get rid of some IP for a quick second.
I just
So this-
put so much healing potions in the soup that I fed you earlier.
Never mind. I am 100%
No, I'm joking.
healthy.
I don't know how that works.
Damn it!
One
do.
day. Once I've reached level 10 on one of my things, then I will have healing
One
food,
day.
but I'm not there
One
yet.
day. Okay. Well, that's all good because I got my full health back. Huzzah! All right. Fiona would have just like gotten rid of like all of the party clothes and everything, and is just in like the two-piece PJs where it's just an oversized like button like shirt top and then just like really really comfy pants and slippers, and she's just in maximum comfort after that whole bullshit. And she has like a nightcap on, you know, just for the whole thing, with a little like pom pom at the end of it.
Teddy's making
I
a
love
cake.
it.
Oh, I don't know if I have it in me for sweets, but it's definitely something for tomorrow.
Fair enough. Did you want to talk about the things you didn't want to talk about before, or just bed? No pressure. We got time, apparently.
I don't have the coin anymore. I found out what its use is for.
At least one use.
You mentioned that the assistant said I bleeped out of existence.
Well, like vital signs blipped, right? Like,
I did. And in the midst of all of that, as I fell to the ground, I looked up and I saw the Shadowed Man again. He said it was a trade. I turn in the coin and he would help me. And the next thing I knew, I was standing upright. No scars, no scratches, not one drop of blood or hair out of place. I felt revitalized.
you say it like it's a bad thing.
I don't know what he wants. He just simply says I am a person of interest and leaves it just at that. And I don't particularly like riddles that I don't have enough context to answer. Which is why I am not too keen that we have to wait until something happens with the Steel Kings.
Bright side, it gives you time to look through your books for information on weird coins and people.
I was downed in just a few shots, Rowan. I don't think my books will help us in the regard.
Then just play by ear. I don't know. Like, do you trust him?
She'll like go through each of the moments of like all the interactions she's had with Shadow Daddy. Yes.
Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, then he's giving you something to have that trust, right? Like, I don't know, people suck. I think that generically expands up to powerful people too. So I can just watch out. But power's power. So if it's only costing you coins that he's giving you, just, I don't know, be interesting. Or don't, and just figure out a better way. I don't know. I don't fucking know anything.
It's just odd to me. For someone who said that they seemed to be bored of me initially, they still stick around and offer to help. It's almost as if he doesn't want to admit that he wishes to help.
Are you familiar with the concept of negging?
The dictionary answer to that, or
I mean, sure, if it's in the dictionary. Thought this was a thing kids said.
believe it or not, I actually used to read the dictionary at night sometimes in order to do some light reading before I fell asleep. That's not normal,
I love
is
that
it?
so much.
No, but I mean, none of us are. So I think that's just par for this course. I just mean, like, if he's saying he's bored, but he's still hanging around, clearly he's done something to earn your trust. I wouldn't say that that's a bad thing necessarily. So just take it as it comes.
I've done nothing of significance, Ruin.
You've discovered the first occurrence of an ancient civilization, like crazy weird warships that traveled through space before it was in even like the year zero timeline of it. You've fought like a weird nihilist culty thing. Like, do I have to ramble on about like all the weird shit that's popped off in the last 4 months that you've been a part of?
I suppose not.
Shit's happening. Enjoy the ride. That's what I'd say.
I don't know how you find shit enjoyable, but...
It's a turn of phrase.
Oh.
Stuff is happening, and it seems noteworthy and interesting. And if you are as determined as I think you are to not want to return to a boring provincial life, I could see why someone is investing in keeping you around.
I suppose that's a fair point.
I know I would prefer if you stuck around, so don't fucking be reckless with yourself or your coins or whatever shit.
Oh, that does remind me, Ruin. Do you have a crush on Miss Buttersby?
What? That is nothing. What? Why do you say that? Explain yourself.
Well, you seemed dazed and confused, as if you were hit in battle during the time that she was being dressed, back at Alucard's shop. You seemed to be disoriented, at least as to different angles, considering she was just in one spot. There was you offering your shirt, like any gentleman would, your coat, in order to shield her. You seem very flustered.
That's called
And there was the
manners.
three-way dancing.
And as far as I'm concerned, at least when I saw the two of you, you two were close together at the party, so I don't know if more transpired, but you seem very happy to be near her.
I am happy to have friends, the same way I'm happy to be around any of you schmucks.
But you don't say schmucks with her.
You don't know.
She makes cookies just for you, Ruin.
That's her decision.
Which I believe Miss Buttersby, as a woman of great pride and a very keen background in cooking, she has gone above and beyond for feeding us. But cookies, especially ones you like, seem to be extra. I will take your silence as an answer.
There's
for yes.
cake downstairs if you want it. And just walks away.
Yeah, that's where Miss Buttersby is.
Oh no!
There's definitely some cake down there.
Ruin, there also was mentioned by Saoirse at some other point that cake is the equivalent of an ass, and I don't know what that means.
I should never have invited you into this conversation.
She's just following right after Ruin, just with the very curious question.
Oh, now you're invested. Now you're following. Okay.
There also was the mention of yams. I'm not really sure why food is equivalent to body parts.
Don't let anyone tell her about eggplant.
Wait, eggplant? Eggplant for what?
Don't worry about it.
You all arguing and lightly bantering your way into the kitchen. Have some cake. Any last final things before you all go to bed for the night? We have about one more thing for this night to session. The session.
I just want to say that it's a lemon cake with fresh cream and strawberries in the center, with like a berry compote drizzle over the top that is like dripping down the sides.
Amazing.
Haley, if you do not actually open a bakery in Australia, I'm gonna be very upset.
Dim buns, though.
But yeah.
Dim buns, though.
Yes, it needs to be called dim buns, though.
I serve it, and I've fully stolen a silver platter from Luce's house. Like,
Amazing.
A woman after my own heart.
If it's in the purse, it's fine.
yeah.
All right. Cake ingested. Bed's warm. You all fall asleep.
Yay.
Each of you, in turn,
Oh no.
awaken, maybe, not in the Wyvern. Who would like to go first?
Nose goes.
What a...
Sure.
You know what?
All right.
Should we do a D4
Taylor.
and just see? Okay,
I
Taylor,
know.
you go.
Taylor's in it.
Taylor's in it.
Why?
Taylor was the
Saoirse.
last one to do the nose.
Saoirse, you wake up in a vast, empty cavern. A subtle glowing light emanates from the walls, which are made of cut stone and polished. In front of you, a figure stands, all black, fully obscured. You cannot make out the features of their face, but you know that they have one. And as you step forward, they say, choose, in a language that you do not understand, but can fully comprehend. And before you are 5 books, we'll say, with different titles.
5 heads.
5
of your closest
people.
friends and
I thought you were
family.
gonna say choose, and you're gonna have like Shayna and Jay.
That'd have been
Oh.
fun. I could have done that. We'll save that for a later date.
Woof.
Oh god.
So
Whoa.
I
Oof.
want you, because I have to do the there's a tree of choices thing here that a video game does, but I don't have the UI to
Okay.
do it with. I want you to
Okay.
know that any option is valid, and there's the potential for an option that is not presented before you. So, in front of you,
Secret
5
cutscene.
books. The first reads Power. The second, Knowledge. The third, Connection. The fourth, Resource. And the fifth, Novelty.
They look like more books Fiona would enjoy. Can I read them first?
If you open up a book, inside, just the word on the cover, over and over and over and over again.
And the figure's still just standing there ominously.
Just wait.
Yeah. Waiting.
The power of what? The knowledge of what? Connection to what or who? What kind of resource?
Choose.
Oh man. How am I supposed to make an informed decision if I don't have all the information?
Quick, look up the wiki page.
Tales of Caerwyn walk through episode 14, 5 books.
Yeah. Saoirse choice.
It's just Conlon flipping me the bird.
I want to know my secret option.
For the perfect ending, choose.
I don't appreciate being called out like this, Haley.
The good
Yeah,
ending,
save
yeah.
some of this. Yeah.
This
You
is
have
going
to
to
reload
fully
because-
lock you out of the romance tree of a specific NPC.
Thane, I'm sorry, I had to go with Garrus.
I'll tell you, this is important, but not like life
Life for
altering.
death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go on vibes.
Just go for it. Do it.
Vibes.
It's, okay, I'm gonna roll a d10 because I don't know
Ooh.
what any of them are going to. So
Yeah.
1 and 2
Mhm.
is power, 3 and 4 is knowledge, 5, 6 connection, 7, 8
I-
resource, 9, 10.
I'm gonna. You can roll a d10. What
Okay.
would Saoirse choose? Treat this more
I
as like a
don't know.
heavy role play.
Because I don't know what they're relating
What's-
to.
What is the most important to Saoirse? In the way that this has like, it is a dreamscape.
Being able to go home. Like, she doesn't want to go home. She's enjoying her time here and she wants to stay here, but she hates the idea that she's locked out. So for that, I'm going to go connection.
Okay.
I'm going to draw some sort of connection to the Fae.
As you select, the books fade away, the figure fades away, and in their place, a second figure appears. Same attributes, all dark. You can't really make out any features, but you can tell that they have a face, and you can tell that this one is more feminine frame. And so this one holds out 2 hands. In one hand, you chose connection, yes, just to double check. In one hand, a buckler, small shield. In the other hand, the abstract representation of a bond.
Okay, I need to check something because I don't think I can actually have shields.
Don't worry about that. There's no mechanical. Don't worry about mechanical stuff
Oh,
here.
okay.
It is just
Okay.
vibe of what thing. I'm cribbing so fucking hard from Kingdom Hearts right now. You remember
that's
the
what I was
beginning of
feeling.
Kingdom Hearts where
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
pick a sword, a shield, or a staff.
Yep.
That's what this is.
Magic
It's
power
not
or
what you're gonna
defense.
have. You're still gonna have the fucking Keyblade, but like, what are you gonna get? What's your focus? Rolling into something here.
I think I sat on that screen for an hour.
Yeah.
I want you to know that
Yeah,
is
good,
the kind of gamer
good.
that I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sacrifice magic every time. And I would go, I'm going to do something different. And I never did.
All right.
So
Buckler or
there's
bond?
a buckler or a bond?
We'll say not the bond.
Bond.
Okay. So the bond, we'll say
Oh,
that
it's
the
a-
representation of it is it's a picture frame. And while you cannot make out the details of the faces inside, you can tell that they're the closest people to you.
Oh. Yeah, let's go bond.
Okay. As you make the choice, the figure in front of you fades away, and a third and final figure, this one all more masculine form and taller than the first. Well chosen. And you fade into deeper sleep and deeper dreams. Who wants to go next?
Oh boy.
I'll do it.
All right, Fiona. Same thing. You awaken in a dark cavern, cut stone polished till gleaming. Before you, a dark figure. As you step forward, 5 books. Choose. And it's still power, knowledge, connection, resources, novelty.
I have to go to Google Dictionary for a second when it's just for definition. Quality of being new, original, or unusual. Ooh. I think in the moment, with having faced Tuxedo Man knockoff and just very genuinely intrigued and curious with more of wanting to learn more about the Shadow Man, I think she looks towards novelty for a second, but then she glances back towards knowledge and walks over towards the book and puts her hand over it.
All right. As you choose knowledge, the books fade away. The feminine figure reappears in front of you and holds out in one hand a wand and in the other a spell book.
I think she's kind of mystified in between each of them. And she's very enticed by the wand at first. I'm kind of picturing it's a... You know how, like, you had the quizzes for Harry Potter and, like, the type of wand you would get
The
and whatever.
personality quizzes.
I'm one of those nerds, I'm sorry. But in my mind, I'm picturing it as this, like, somewhat ethereal thing, and she's kind of thinking of, like, the same thing of the Iron Heart creature we faced, where it's
like hints of blue that seem to be like lining with the wood, and it's in like really intricate knots and shapes and stuff. But then she glances back over towards the tome and recalling how, not even realizing it, but that Alucard was able to just put pages right in like it was nothing. And she walks towards the tome and puts her hand on it as she looks back to the feminine figure.
All right. As you place your hand on the tome, the figure fades, as do the spellbook and the wand. Third figure, more masculine, slightly taller, steps forward. Well chosen. And you too return to deeper dreams and deeper sleep. Who wants to go
And
next?
drool.
I'll go then.
All right. Once again, dark cavern, polished stones, shadowy figure in front of you. Choose. Power, knowledge, connection, resources, novelty. Secret sixth option.
I had a choice, and then you reminded me there's a secret sixth option. I'm gonna roll for Ruin on insight to see if he thinks of a secret sixth option.
Is it a secret tunnel?
Secret tunnel.
Kinda.
Tunnel. Ooh.
There's figure and then the 5 books.
Mhm.
They're like a table, or they're just like
Like floating, yeah,
Yeah.
for you to select from.
What if I say nothing?
Nothing happens.
Let's scoot closer, like look under, like I'm picturing a hood, like looking under the hood and like trying to figure out like what
They,
are you?
from what you can tell, feature-wise, no like discernible clothing or anything. You can see their faces. Their faces are just Vanta black, like so dark that there's nothing to light. Like there's no light being cast. You can make out like the shape of a nose, but like there's nothing to see off of these things.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck it. Grabs the power book.
All right. Fades, feminine figure holding in one hand a sword, and in the other a staff.
I mean, come on. Grabs the sword.
All right. Fades, taller, masculine figure, well chosen. And finally, Haley. Same cavern.
It took so long, and I was like, I'll have it by the end. I for sure will.
You just
got
gotta
to
go on vibes. You just gotta go off a.
Teddy will walk up, and she says, "Look, well, everything has been new and novel to me so far. Let's see what else I can find." And she's going to pick novelty.
All right. Feminine figure in one hand holds a set of dice, and in the other hand a clock.
Oh. I don't know. I was excited for the dice, and now I have a clock. Haley thinks clock is boring, but Teddy would pick clock. This is where. Fuck me. Yeah. All right. I pick the clock.
All right. You fall into deeper sleep. Each of you awakens the next morning.
Oh no. The guy didn't say good choice.
Oh,
for
sorry.
mine and
Yes,
mine
you
only.
also get a person. You get the third guy. Sorry,
Well,
I got distracted by trying
You
to finish
skipped
it
the
up.
cutscene, Haley.
You
sorry.
fucked up. No.
I was pressing
Yeah.
A.
Well chosen.
Yeah.
Yes, and then you all awaken the next morning with
Well chosen.
vague recollections of your dream the night before, but seemingly nothing has changed. And with that, we are going to call it for the session.
Yay!
we
I want to play forever. Let's roleplay breakfast.
we will be back next
Yeah,
time,
I
next
wanna
week.
Go to
go
my
ahead.
room.
Yeah,
I want to go
We
to
will
my
be
room
back.
looking for that bloody photo frame.
next time, next week with more of this. After another 3-month jump forward for our characters as they do a little bit more soul searching, a little bit more getting to know each other, and then we'll be jumping into the height of the Steel King arc as we power forward through this. But until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Do all the things that Dustin used to say that I can't remember all of. And until next time, are you ready for more tales?
Always.
Stick around, we'll be going to a raid. Otherwise, we will see you on Discord and we'll see you in our hearts. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.